Simply we can understand that interest means the rent to be paid for using the money. So it can be done in two ways. So one is simple interest way and the another one is compound interest way. So that rent can be paid in two ways. So one is simple interest way and another one is compound interest way. In the simple interest, so the amount we borrowed, that is called as principal, and so R% per annum, that is the interest rate, and the time is T years. So what is meant by these three parameters? So we will understand with this table. So for example, if I borrow 100 rupees, so that is the principal amount, borrowed amount. So for using this 100 rupees, for 1 year, for using this 100 rupees for 1 year, I should pay R rupees to the lender. So that is the meaning of R% per annum. Okay, percent means for 100. For 100 rupees, I should pay R rupees. So after the 1 year. So after the 1 year means this term per annum suggests that after the 1 year. So that means if I use the same principle, that means if I use the same 100 rupees, so for the 2 years, so I should pay double the rent. So that means 2 times of the R should be the interest. So now here I have used the 200 rupees, okay, for 1 year only. So per 100 I should pay R rupees. So for 200s, so I should pay the double the rent. Why? Because I used more money here now. So likewise, if I use 300 rupees for 1 year, it will be I should pay the rent of 3R rupees. So that rent is nothing but interest here in this case. So generally the simple interest, so how we can understand this, how we will calculate the simple interest means. So in the principal amount, so that means the money we borrowed, so how many hundreds are there in that principal, so that will be P by 100. So P by 100 uh, hundreds are there in the P. So and then rent, so rate, okay, so R% per annum, okay. So that means this R will be we the rent we will pay for the 100 rupees for using 1 year. So if we use this amount for the T years, so we should multiply T also. So that is the simple interest formula. On contrast, compound interest means so to understand the compound interest, so first we will be understand these terms first. So I will assume that P naught means that is the principal at the beginning of the year. So P1 means that is the principal at the end of the first year. So that means unlike in the simple interest, so where every year the principal is same amount. So in the compound interest, the principal will be renewed at the end of the each year, okay, with some added amount. So that is why we will be having different principles uh, at the beginning of the next year. So I consider this P1 as the principal at the end of the first year, or otherwise I can say that amount at the end of the first year, or otherwise I can say that principal at the beginning of the second year, at the beginning of the second year. So for our convenience, I wrote here principal at the end of the first year. So likewise, P2 means principal at the end of the second year. So now I will be calculating the interest for the first year for using the money for 1 year. So that means I lent principal. So but amount will be principal and plus interest. Okay, so that we pay as a rent to the money. So principal plus interest, it should be called as amount A. So in the beginning of the first year, the principal we borrowed is P naught. Okay. So we have P naught by 100. Okay, P naught by 100. I use the simple interest formula to calculate the interest here. So that is principal by 100 into rate for how many years I used it. So for 1 year. Why? Because at the end of the first year I explained here. So I am calculating the amount at the end of the first year means, so that principal I have used for 1 year. So I took T value as 1. So now if I take P naught common from these two terms, I'll get P naught here and nothing will be left, means 1 is there here, 1 plus R by 100 will be left. So this amount A should be considered as principal for the next year. Okay, principal for the next year. So that means the principal for the next year I have denoted it as P1. So that P1 will be same as this amount, that is P naught into 1 plus R by 100. So now similarly in the same way, that means the principal in the next year, it is depends on the principal and principal in the previous year. So similarly we can say that principal in the beginning of the second year, so in the beginning of the third year we can say, or otherwise at the end of the second year, that is P2 will be related to the P1 in the same manner. So as P1 and P0 are related, so now I can say that P2 should be equal to P1 times of 1 plus R by 100. So likewise P3 will be depending on its previous principal, so that is P2 into 1 plus R by 100. So and so on. So now so this is P2 and I know that already the P1 value. P1 here is P naught times of 1 plus R by 100. So for this P1 here, I will be substituting the P1 value in terms of P naught. That is P naught times of 1 plus R by 100. So that is the P1 value. For this in multiplication to this, so we have R plus, so 1 plus R by 100. So 1 plus R by 100. This is the thing. So we can say that P2 value is P naught times of 1 plus R by 100, 1 plus R by 100. Here they will be multiplied together. We will get 1 plus R by 100 times of 2. So generally, so in the same way, P3 means, we know that P3 means P2 times of 1 plus R by 100. 1 plus R by 100. So we already got the P2 value, that is P naught times of 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power 2. So that in the place of P2 here, if we substitute, then we will get the P3 value as P naught times of 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power 2 and into again 1 plus R by 100 is there. So totally it will become P naught to the P naught times of 1 plus R by 100 cube. So in generally after t years the amount will be pt, so it will be p naught into 1 plus r by 100 to the power t. So this t will be given in years. So but I would not like to assume this t as years. Okay, I would not like to assume this t as years. Okay, but what I would like to assume this t as means, so if you observe in the p1, in the p1 interest is compounded one time, so that is why in the p1 for this term, term the power is p, so the power is 1. So for the p2 that means the interest is compounded two times. So the interest is compounded two times means that is why only we got the power as 2 here. So likewise for the p3, compounded interest is compounded 3 times. So that is why we got the power as 3. So now for the t years we compound, so interest will be compounded for t times, that is why we are getting the power as t here. Okay, this is the formula for the compound interest. So that means formula for the amount. So when we calculate the interest in the compounded manner. Okay. So for example, if we assume that principal is rupees p and the time is given in time is given in years, so that is t years. So rate is given as r% per annum. So when the interest is compounded annually, so we will get the at the end of the t years, so the amount will be, so p, this is the principal at the beginning of the first year, so times 1 plus r by 100 to the power t. So next point is when interest is compounded half yearly. So half yearly means, so the rent for the money is r rupees per 100 per annum. So that means if I want to compound the interest half yearly, that means uh, every 6 months once. So I should pay the half the rent. Okay, I should pay the half the rent. So but if you observe, the interest will be compounded two times in a year. So that means for t years compound interest will be, so interest will be compounded 2t times. So that is why we got the power as 2t. Now in the same way, when the interest is compounded quarterly, so that means we have to pay the rent, one fourth of the rent, that is r by 4, and interest is compounded for 1 year, interest is compounded 4 times. So for t years it will be compounded 40 times, that is why we got the power here as 40. And last but not the least, so the interesting formula, this is the very important formula. So when the rate of the interest is r1% and r2% and r3% for the first year, second year and third year respectively, so the principal, so the amount at the end of the third year will be principal into 1 plus r1 by 100. If the rate is same as r1, so then it would have multiplied to this thing. It would have multiplied to this thing. So and we got the power as 2. But here the rate for the next year is r2. So these two will not be multiplied together. Like these two are not like uh, these two are not like terms, we can say, and we will get in this one. So we have found this structure already while deriving the formula here. Here, here. So since the rate is same here, these two are multiplied together and we wrote it as 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power 2. So, but that is not happening here. Why? Because the rate of interest, okay, the rate of interest is different for every year.